My name is Danny Shapiro, and I'm the host of Family Secrets, a podcast that dusts off the family portraits lining the walls and peers deeply into the eyes of the people we're connected to. Join me and my guests on the journey. Family Secrets begins on Thursday, February 14th. Listen to Family Secrets on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you just can't wait to hear more about my family secret, my new book, Inheritance, has just been published. Pick it up wherever books are sold.
Open your hearts and loosen your butts. It's time for couples therapy.
Yeah, this podcast is Andy and Naomi's, where they can both laugh and hang with all their homies, talking excellent vacationing with brunches and cuddling, to messy situationships and conscious and coupling, from Netflix hookups to singledom with some Hulu, text, sex, regrets, or feeling on your new jubu. They gon' talk about it, yeah, you are invited, needing therapy, I guarantee, baby, we got it.
It's couples therapy. Couples therapy.
Welcome to Couples Therapy. My name is Andy,
And my name's Naomi,
and we're a real-life couple. We are a real-life couple of comedians.
and we are your hosts for this lovely, magical journey that is couples therapy.
Welcome to today's episode. I'm very excited to bring this to you. How do you feel, Naomi?
I'm so into it. We got some great sets, and I feel like, we put a lot of work into bringing them the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Bringing them the sets that we love the most, that tickle our fancy in all of our years of doing the show. Because it's like, there's so many sets.
Yeah.
You know?
If you haven't heard Couples Therapy before, it's a live show Naomi and I do. We've been doing it for 4 years in New York and now Los Angeles. And we have duos, either lovers, spouses, best friends, siblings, do sets together about their relationship. And then we bring the best sets to you
In this podcast, baby.
and also talk about our own love, which is myriad and varied. We've been together for 8 years.
And so there's a lot to discuss,
Yes.
and of course there are times where, we hear a set and it reminds us of us, especially in the case of this first one. I love whenever we have couples on, especially couples who are both performers, who are in the same creative struggle. What I love most is that it lets me know that we are not alone. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I thought was crazy, or the stuff that I was like, how is this possible? How are we in this?
Yeah.
Then you hear somebody else, you're like, oh, this ain't so bad. Especially when it comes to, I think, family stuff.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I feel alone a lot. I put up this tweet on the social media platform Twitter last week.
I've heard of it.
Yes, and it's a sewer. It's a pure sewer. But I said, I could sum up my personality in this fact. Sometimes I like to have a goodnight piece of taffy. Almost no one liked it.
Oh, I wish I had seen it. I would have definitely favorited it. But that's more like, when I favorite it's more like, I concur. You know what I mean? But you do like a little evening taffy. little nighttime taffy.
And listener, you can also in your mind favorite or not favorite that, or scroll past it and be like, who is this weirdo?
And why do I care what he eats at night?
You'll find, dear listener, lovely listener, that Naomi.
Stop flirting with the listener, okay? Lovely, dear. You need to just scale that shit back.
I can't help it, Naomi. I have natural charisma, and sometimes that's how it comes out.
Okay.
In an audio pheromone that gets in the listener's mind, and they're like, well, that little white strange boy, why, I find him enticing. But I was going to say that you represent black excellence, and I represent white weirdness, and that's why our union works.
I thank you so much. I thank you so much for that. Calling me black excellence.
Sure.
Honestly, honey, I will take it.
You
I
deserve
will
to be in the
take it.
pantheon of the greats. Beyonce,
Shanta.
Shonda, Naomi.
There are more than just the three of us, but if it was just the three of us, that'd be like a really funny dinner party.
Yeah. Well, I
Can you
didn't want to
imagine?
name your rivals. So
I don't have rivals. I just have people who, when I see them succeeding, I spin out and wonder what my turn will be. That's not healthy. Cut that out, but don't actually.
okay, how about Viola Spolin, the creator of a white woman who created improv, but Viola.
Viola, Andy.
Naomi, I'm a white suburbanite. Everything
Andy?
gets flattened.
Andy, if you say Viola Davis's name wrong, the world will implode. It is.
I'm saying it's not meant for, it's not disrespect. It is just being white from Pennsylvania.
No, it's okay, but now that I've corrected you, like now it's on you to make good. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
you can't just
Viola.
blame it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Octavia, Taraji,
Yes.
Naomi.
Oh, God, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I just want to be like that. That was it an Apple commercial where it was like Mary J. Blige, Taraji P. Henson, Kerry Washington just like listening to jams in a house and dancing. That like is my vision board. That commercial is what I aspire to be. Just like sitting on the couch. You know what I mean? Sitting on the couch with a mocktail being like, get it, girl.
Yeah. And mine is alone on a couch watching Mighty Boosh episodes.
Having a cackle.
Yeah.
Having a solo cackle at home.
Just pretending I'm not lonely in that moment.
Oh, gosh. You know who's not lonely?
Who?
Our first act. You want to know why? Because they're a married couple.
Yes.
The first act we are bringing to you guys, one of our absolute favorites from one of our live shows at the Meltdown in Los Angeles, are Jamie Lee and Dan Black. Okay? They're comedians. They're actors. They're writers. They married. Jamie Lee is a stand-up who's appeared on Conan, James Corden, and was a core cast member of MTV's Girl Code. She's written for Teachers on TV Land and HBO's Crashing, which she also has a recurring part on. Get that paper, Jamie Lee. Dan is a house performer at UCB and has appeared on Adam Ruins Everything, Comedy Bang Bang, and Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Listen to these two cuties.
Roll it.
Hey guys, how are you? Great. Keep it going for Naomi and Andy.
We're married.
We're
couple,
married,
and
yeah.
we write little songs.
And it goes a little something like that. No. Okay.
What if we were like? What if we were like a family band?
It's just you, me, and our dog.
Yeah.
Okay, good. He'd be cute.
No, we have to have a kid.
We
just to have a
train
singer.
him to like ding the triangle with his nose.
He could do it.
He would definitely do it. How are you guys? Feeling good? Cool. Yeah, we're married. So there's that. We both have weird parents. I feel like that's our thing. We have really weird parents.
Yeah.
My parents. We can start with mine or yours.
You want to
really.
kick it off?
I mean, feel free. Yeah. Okay. I'll
My
kick it
parents
off.
are more of the closer.
Yeah, that's true. Although, I feel like my go-to story when I think about either sets of parents was one time when Dan's parents have like no boundaries, and one time they were visiting us, and we were asleep. It was like, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning, 7 a.m. And I thought I was like turned over like this, and I felt like a bounce behind me. And I thought it was our dog jumping on the bed because usually at night he'll go to his bed and then in the morning he comes up. It's a treat, truly.
He does a transfer.
He does transfer. We call it the Foofy transfer. Anyways, so he does the Foofy transfer. He's a Labradoodle. He's really furry. Anyways, so I was like this, and I was like, huh. And then I turn over, and Dan's mom, who his parents were visiting us, Dan's mom is right here. And then she has like the thickest Long Island accent. She was like, hello, children. She's like, how are you? Yeah. It's morning. Time to go to Disney. Yeah. I was like, yeah. And then this is the best part is I go, Dan, so she got up eventually.
Yeah.
And I go, Dan, your mom just like climbed in bed with us. Like, you know, and he was like, I don't think that's weird. And I was like, damn,
I still don't think it's that weird.
It's fucking weird. Can someone clap if you find it a little off-putting. Yeah, okay. God bless you all.
This is LA. Everyone's
Dan, this isn't a coastal issue.
There's no constant in this experiment.
Oh
There's no control.
There's no control.
You're gonna use LA as
from
the
your
control?
parents. There's no control.
You're going to use LA as the control?
Oh my God.
This place is a walking variable.
All right. Okay, anyways. But yeah, no, but we I think, yeah, both sets of parents are very interesting in their own ways. My parents, I think, well, which one? Okay, so
go
ahead. I talked about your mom. You talk about my mom.
Jamie's parents, they're like, I don't know, they're like show married. What do you call that?
Show married. No, that's a great way. We've never used that term. That's
they're show married.
Yeah, when we visit, they come out of their respective bedrooms.
They've been sleeping in separate bedrooms since you were 14?
1994, yep. Or no, that's not. I was 14.
They got into one fight. What?
There was a fight. My dad, my parents were in the music business, and my dad was, but both parents super functional. Like they're functionally divorced. Yeah, they're divorced. They just hang out when we're in town.
Right.
Right.
But like, I go over to her house for Christmas
holidays,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
and like we'll be like, all right, good night, and they both go to their own rooms.
And my mom just like blasts Dateline from her room. And then my dad sleeps. I can't even. It's truly sad. My dad sleeps on a twin bed because
sleeps-
that's the bed that my
You know.
mom was like, this one goes in your room. And so my dad like sleeps in a twin bed with
Yeah,
a huge
surrounded by
fucking fat-
dolls.
surrounded by my mom's. My mom has like
Porcelain
a
doll
combo.
collection.
They're like they're like Madame Alexandria. Do you know those dolls? The ones that are like their eyes like. She has those plus like a few like Muppet collectibles. So
Right.
it's just like Kermit, Piggy, and the gang just fucking watching my dad
Yeah.
sleep.
And
And then they
also-
have a very fat cat who also sleeps on the bed with my dad. So he shares a twin bed with a fat Norwegian forest cat.
And Jamie's mom has a California king.
Has a California king, and the cats don't sleep on it. Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I mean, these are literally not
can't even
jokes.
write this
No,
shit.
this is not written.
And
Yeah.
Jamie's dad, to top it off, he gets night terrors.
Oh my God, I forgot. It's true. He gets night terrors, so we'll be asleep in my room, and at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
They're not. By the way, I don't know if anyone has heard a night terror. Let me inform you that it's not like it's not that. It's not like cartoon duck asleep. Like it's all like it's not that. It's straight up like Carol. And I'm like, who the fuck is Carol? I still don't know. He shouted Kathy and Carol very clearly
he
in
loves
his
the
sleep.
C's. He loves the C. But so
A hard C.
yeah, the hard C.
Hard C.
We gotta clarify, not a soft C. Was anyone thinking that? Okay. So one time he had this thing. You slept through this. And you slept through this. And I'm in there because
don't
so
wanna
I don't
know.
sleep
I
in their
don't wanna
house.
know.
Okay. Because they're also hoarders.
Oh yeah, level 4. How many levels? The highest level. Hoarding cancer is the same thing. Stage 4
Right.
hoarders.
So and I'm allergic to cats, and they have 2 cats,
Right.
and it's just like I'm in there, I'm clogged up.
Yeah.
So with a hard C, and so I don't sleep there, but I try not to like make a thing about it, right? Because there's
He's
enough
such a
going
good
on.
sport.
I don't get it.
So much.
There's enough going on. And so one night Jamie's sleeping, and then out of nowhere I just hear, "Oh, I've been a good boy." And
That did not happen.
yes, I swear.
Please tell me that's fake.
Yeah, no, I
Crying,
swear.
laughing.
And,
Oh my God,
followed
why
by
is
I'll just
this
be
my
like,
life?
like a laugh. And this is before you ever told me that he gets those. I mean, also keep in mind I'm a Jew in Texas.
I'm Jewish too. Okay.
No, you're not.
But literally.
You're
crying.
Jewish, just like whatever, and like
I'm
by blood
Jewish.
and whatever. But
Oh
to
my
be a
God.
Jew, anyway. Now
I'm
you come
wearing-
to my Torah
I'm wearing
story.
my fun
I do a
sweater.
Torah study at UCB.
All right. Anyways,
okay, so-
the night terrors. We'll I think we can kick it off with
The
sorry,
cat?
round it out with on a happier note. Is that my parents' cat Oscar, the fat Norwegian forest cat? He weighs like 24 pounds.
Let me say something. When we're down there, like my family, right? They have no boundaries. They come in. It can be overwhelming. Their family is like the opposite. When we go to visit, I'm like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah, they don't hang out.
Like everyone is like scattered to the
Right.
to the winds or whatever. Like I don't know. Like everyone's doing their same routine that they would have done if I
If
wasn't
we
there.
weren't there.
So I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, what? I'm just in this house in Texas. You know what I mean?
And I always like go with my mom on walks, so I'm like, bye, Dan.
Yeah. No, and no one tells me about the walks. All right, so. All right.
Okay, but
So
there's
the one
there's
thing-
one unifying factor, which is the cat Oscar does a trick. Well,
It's not a trick.
He
So-
does a thing that my mom loves to show everyone. You want to explain? Literally,
time
I cannot breathe when
Okay.
Dan talks about this because it's
So I had to talk. Keep in mind, we
it's
have the
too close to
dog.
home.
I had to talk Jamie into getting a dog. I'm like, trust me, you're a dog person. You want a pet that like does something, right? And she's like, no, I love cats. I love cats. She doesn't like to
I
disagree
grew up
with
with
me.
them, so yeah.
Right. So she's like, so they're like, all right, well, this cat has a trick. I'm like, Jamie, it's not a trick. Dogs do like
no,
real
no,
tricks.
he does a trick.
So, all right. So, what's the
until I
trick
met
is?
Dan, I
You
thought
want to
it
hear
was
what the
a
trick is? You guys want to hear what this trick is, and then you be the judge. Is this a trick?
Well, that was a very like Sklar moment for us.
Chopper
Okay.
5. Well, that's one of their things. Right?
Okay.
All right. All right. So all right. So what happens is that there's this fat cat Oscar.
Yeah, they
and
know that.
When
Yeah,
when he decides to show up in the foyer, it's trick time.
Oscar,
So-
I really do. I love cats, and I hate cat stereotypes about how they're like cold and distant and heartless. But this cat truly embodies all those things. It's not even that. He has like no personality. He's all looks. He's so cute, but like I literally look at him and I'm like, what's going on behind those eyes? And he's just like, nothing. This is it. That's it. No, that's it.
Norwegian
He's
forest
a Norwegian
cat.
forest cat.
All right. So
Because
he's
you
just
guys wanted
sitting
to
there.
hear the
They
breed.
go, all right, hey, everybody, come in to do the trick. I'm like,
Yeah,
finally,
Oscar's
something's
here.
fucking
Yeah.
happening. So we get in there, and then Jamie's mom will be, all right, come in, and she grabs this stick.
It's a wand.
The stick,
it's a
wand.
It's a fishing pole. That's what she calls it. It has
It's
a little
bunch of straws put together with
duct tape.
with like
because
gum.
they can't because they're hoarders. They can't throw it out and get a new one. They're just like, let's make this work. Just kind of like their marriage. The pole is very representative of their marriage. So like, let's duct tape this shit. It's fine.
Right. So it's taped up.
Yeah.
And
There's a
and
string, and it has like a little.
It's got a sparkle.
glittery-
Do you want to tell the
The
story?
sparkle fish. I'm just, okay. You go.
What's happening here?
You go.
No, it's too late. No, all right. All right. So there's a sparkly fish on the end of the string, right?
Right.
It's holding the string, and she takes it, and what she does is,
I can't. I
like, the
literally
cat-
can't hear it. It
the cat-
stresses me out.
The cat just sits in the middle. She takes the fish,
Yeah.
and she circles the fish around the cat.
Yeah. And he
Okay,
goes,
and she's circling around the cat, and she sings this song exactly.
this is the part I can't take.
Okay, and you confirm this is the exact song.
That's why it stresses me out. It's
Okay,
too real.
she goes.
I can't. I literally
Ooh, the
can't.
body, eat a body, ooh, the body, eat ooh, the body, eat a body, ooh, the body, oofus, ooh, the body, eat a body, ooh, the body, eat a body. Okay, so she just circles it around the cat. It's going around the cat. Now the cat is doing the laziest swats at the fish. He's like, okay. Now eventually the cat. Keep in mind, this is the trick.
This is the trick.
Eventually, the cat will get the fish,
Put it in his mouth.
not even fight to get it.
No.
You
There's
drop
no fight.
the stick.
Everyone drop the stick, and everyone stands back.
Everyone takes a step back.
Everyone steps back,
He puts it in his mouth. He walks down the hallway.
dragging
That's
the
the
whole
trick.
wand. That's it. Yeah.
Is
Is
that a trick?
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
That's my point. And you all agree with me. My mom has good boundaries.
No.
No?
No. My other favorite thing that Dan's mom does, just really quick, we're leaving, is when we'll be driving around Long Island in her BMW on the way to Lululemon, and she's like, "We have no money." Okay, bye.
What's up, guys? We wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Warby Parker Eyewear. Andy and I both wear glasses. In fact, we have the same prescription. Isn't that so romantic?
It's going to be in our vows. And over the years, we probably spent thousands of dollars on glasses, and we're sick of it.
Which is why we love Warby Parker. They know a pair of glasses shouldn't cost as much as a damn iPhone.
Yeah, Warby Parker's glasses start at just $95, which includes frames, lenses, and anti-glare and anti-scratch coatings. And for every pair you buy, they distribute a pair to someone in need. So when you take care of your eyes, you help someone else take care of theirs.
Get your life! As lifelong glasses wearers, Andy and I know they're an extension of your personality. I mean, they're the first things people see when they look at your face. And with Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you get 5 frames sent to your door to test out. Or if you're me, obsess over.
I tried on some frames when we had friends over, and I was faced with some really hard truths about my face shape that I was glad took place in the comfort of my home. And when I figured out which frames best obscured my hideous visage, all I had to do was order them online. It was easier than making a pasta dinner with all the trimmings.
And by trimmings, he means sauce. Head to warbyparker.com/couples to order your free home try-ons today. And when you're done, send them back in the prepaid return label. That's warbyparker.com/couples. And if you want everyone to weigh in on your new specs and find the right frames for you, download the Warby Parker app in the iTunes store.
Welcome back, everyone. What an ad. You gonna buy that, Naomi? Whatever it was?
I'm still in my head about Jamie and Dan said, okay? I love them, and it really helped me feel better about our own parental relationships.
Which are fraught at best. I found as I get older and I start to question my relationship with my parents, whether we can improve upon it or whether it's not a bad relationship, but it's just like very like we don't talk about our emotions or anything like that. So are we just going to leave it like that, or am I going to broach the subject of making it a better relationship? I find that to be the central question of my 30s.
I like that you say the central question of your 30s with such energy and aplomb. I don't know. Am I using that word right? Not sure. Don't care to know. I'm American. JK.
I was thinking, Naomi, what could you and I talk about this episode? What so much stuff happens in our lives. I spend every morning killing ants. It's now ant season in Los Angeles. So every morning I'm just smashing some ants. We also have possibly termites. So I've been putting some wood putty in holes. And those are both two very exciting, very visceral topics that we could just like dig right into. I'm sure listeners want to hear about.
Right, the fun of it.
About
the best
bug genocide.
Part of waking up are ants in your shower. You know what I mean? We know that classic jingle.
Yeah.
That's just like what life is in LA. People want to say they don't have seasons in LA, but they do. We got ant season,
Lizard season, spider season,
just plain ass hot season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are probably the four. So let's talk about the real cool hip thing we did.
I thought, you know what? Not everyone lives in Los Angeles. Not everyone lives the fabulous lives we lead. What if we pulled back the curtain on our lives here in Tinseltown and just the gold-plated, fun, paparazzi-laden stuff that we do. Like last week, everyone. Well, let me tell you this. And now, keep your shoes on so your socks don't fly off, because you're going to be excited when you hear this. Naomi and I attended the Golden Trailer Awards.
The 19th Annual Golden Trailer Awards, celebrating excellence in trailer making.
19th annual. That means it started before 9/11. And then after the national tragedy, they were like, you know what? We need, in a world shattered by 9/11, we need to keep going with the Golden Trailer Awards. Awards given out for the best trailer in many different categories.
It is basically awards for marketing.
Yes. Marketing and advertising. Don't forget the ad men.
It was I feel like I wonder what Don Draper would think of it now. It's not the Cleos, but it's in there. And to be fair to the Golden Trailer Awards, it was not some 3-hour stuffy award show where everyone was like giving these like long and speeches, and it was like 90 minutes. It was right and tight. Everybody was like, they had already had some open bars, so they were like loose and drinking. So it was like as chill as those things will go.
Yeah. It was definitely tongue in cheek. They were like, yeah, these are advertising awards, but we're not being very serious about it. Although definitely the people who got those awards are looking for some kind of bonus, right? Right? If you got Best Horror Trailer Award, definitely you're like hoping you come back to the office on Monday and there's like a check for $50 and
$50.
10% off coupon at Target sitting on your desk, right?
Oh my God, I only want to be paid in Target gift cards. Any bonus?
But our friend Michelle hosted the awards, so she texted you and she's like, hey, do you want to come to this? There's an open bar and there's probably going to be some past apps afterwards.
And I heard past apps and I was in.
Yeah.
All right, it doesn't take much. And again, we're trying to be more active here, do stuff. It wasn't far from the house. We couldn't use that as an excuse.
Honestly, I think that we want to see our friend, but also beyond the past apps. Although really that's all you need to get me out of the house. I think we're struggling here in Los Angeles to find things to do.
At the time that I received the text, it was 3:30 in the afternoon. I was in my bed in my pajamas. So I'm not going to lie to you. My initial reaction was no, because it would have required rising, showering, and putting on an outfit that was semi-attractive. Which I was like, oh, insurmountable, too much work. But then I did what I do. I made the mistake of mentioning it to Andy. The moment I mentioned to Andy, there's an invite to something, his ass, it's like you just let him out of a basement. He's like, yes, let's go. We have to do it.
What else was on the horizon? Sitting on the couch alone watching Mighty Boosh episodes?
You said that was your heaven before. So yes, why not?
But no, but Naomi, I'm trying to make an effort to make Los Angeles our home. It's a struggle, and part of that struggle is getting out of that dang house full of ants and full of other critters boring holes in the floor and going out. You know what? They had some great past apps. They had past dessert apps. They had big old trays of mac and cheese.
There was a mac and cheese bar, so you know I was feeling good. Yes, girl. Add some peas. Add some mushrooms. Maybe crumble up some bacon on top. You could do that there. That was the best part.
As many Diet Cokes as I could drink. And let me tell you, gentle listener, that was one. Topped out at one.
Oh my God. It was fun, but it was the award show, it was, again, advertising, but, making of trailers, mostly editing. You heard in the previous episode about how I love a brown-haired white man, the UCB Theater.
Yes, let's
and the
just
Trailer
say.
Awards put it to shame.
Yeah, diversity was on display. Let me just tell you, if you were a white guy with brown hair named Josh, Dan, or Matt, this was your night.
Oh my God. If your hair was brown, this was your town. Everybody. I believe a woman won for 2 different trailers,
well, let's
but
just
she
say-
wasn't there.
No, let's just say about 60 minutes into this 90-minute ceremony loosely as a word, Naomi and I turned to each other and we made a bet. So far it had been all men that walked on stage, and we're like, do you think we'll see a woman walk on that stage? We made a bet. Naomi said no. I said yes. And in the next 30 minutes, 2 women. 2 women on
I
stage.
guess I'm just a pessimist, but I will say neither of them spoke. A woman came up, and she was a brown woman, but she didn't get to say anything because it was like whoever was in charge of the team spoke. But I was like, I want to hear what she has to say, because she was like excited. She was looking cute. She had this like very like tight bun, and she was like into it. But then she didn't get to talk because, they got to keep those Golden Trailer Awards moving. Okay, we ain't got time for everybody. They will play you off at the Golden Trailers. But it was one woman who won 2 awards, but then she wasn't there. Probably because she was working, because they don't let her out the damn house. I was very upset that she was not there to speak on her win, okay? I was upset that she was not there to honor her ascension, okay? The Golden Trailer Awards, there were so many beards. So many beards, so many blazers paired with jeans. I feel like you could have easily gotten up and just accepted an award and no one would have questioned it, Andy. You could have just gotten up there and been like, thank you so much.
Can you imagine I walk on stage and I go, thanks, and then I'm walking backstage, you see me drop the award in the trash can. I'm just like, what am I going to do with this thing?
They were pretty awards, though.
And by the way, you might be asking yourself, dear listener, what makes a best trailer for whatever? And the answer is we still don't know. I guess if people liked the movie. So Black Panther won best whatever trailer.
Yeah, best like action.
Yeah.
But that was separate from best blockbuster. There was like a whole category just for blockbuster.
And I guess if people liked the movie, then the trailer won the award. Because
Right.
I don't know if the trailer was like, all you're doing, look, there was like best music in a trailer. As far as I'm concerned, and you know what, Naomi, I'm taking the chains off. I'm gonna go crazy with this opinion.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here it goes. As far as I'm concerned, it's the music from the movie. Why isn't the composer getting that award? It's not like
But it's not the music from the movie. It's different music for the trailer. I get it. No, I think a very good trailer is good. However, I think that you're right. It's like when the movie's good and you've got good stuff to work with, it's easier. There was one award for the Golden Fleece. It was like movies that weren't good, but they made like the people made good trailers. And I was like, those are the true heroes. They were faced with like some garbage and they were like, okay, how am I gonna cut this together to make people want to spend some money on this shit? Now that's a skill. If somebody literally gives you just a steaming pile of nonsense and then you turn it into filet mignon, you deserve all the awards. I thought it should have just been people. I think that should have been the only awards, just people who took crappy movies and then made them look good.
I mean, that is Hollywood, baby.
Oh my God, you and Hollywood. You've become so Hollywood.
It's all a
Andy.
fucking con, everything. Hey, why don't we play the next clip, Naomi?
Oh my God, I would love to. Our next clip.
These are 2 of our favorites, actual friends of ours.
Yeah, they're comics. We knew them back in New York. Now they're in Los Angeles because they're Hollywood. And they were nice enough to perform for us. You guys are going to hear 2 of our favorite comics who are really great friends. And those are the best sets. When you have these 2 people who just know each other so well, inside and out. They're on the same page about everything. It's super fun. So we are so excited for you guys to listen to Brent Sullivan and Elliot Glazer. They're comedians, writers, and performers who also co-host the new podcast You're Making It Worse with fellow comedian H. Alan Scott. Individually, Brent has performed stand-up on Conan, The Meltdown, and Comedy Central, and other shows. And Elliot has written for New Girl, Broad City, and Younger, and performs his popular show Haunting Renditions around the country. So listen to these two. I just love any relationship that is formed on not liking the same stuff, because I think that's a big part of what makes you and I work.
Yeah, definitely. We hate a lot of the same things more than we like a lot of the same things.
That's true,
And-
but honestly, it's sustaining.
Yeah, the hatred is a true bond between our hearts. So keep that in mind as you listen to Elliot and Brent. Roll it!
Hey, everybody. I'm Elliot.
And I'm Brent.
We're not a couple. We are
Not-
best friends.
We are very good friends. We are best friends. And so Elliot and I have known each other for about maybe 10 years. And one of our strongest bonds is over a mutual hatred for the gay community.
Hatred's a strong word.
Hatred's a strong word. We are, of course, also gay, so it's not like we're genuine bigots, but we're allowed to say this. So if you're being judgmental, go fuck yourself.
An
Try living in my shoes for one day.
Intolerance. An intolerance for
yeah.
a lot of the behavior
Yeah.
that is perpetuated but then never called out.
Right.
Because if you call it out, especially if you're straight, you think someone's going to call you a homophobe.
Right.
They're not.
Right.
If someone's an asshole, you can call them out.
Right.
We emancipate you to do so.
Yeah, yeah.
Please do so.
Literally, Grindr, which is a hookup app for mostly gay monsters. Grindr is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah,
it is the meanest, most vapid. Every friend you've ever had that said, "I get laid every time I log into Grindr."
They're lying.
They're lying.
They're fucking lying through their teeth.
They are lying through their teeth.
It's literally
It's
a
nothing like
grid.
that.
You just log on to this like grid of monsters. People who are lying, people who are like building themselves up for no reason.
Fake profiles.
Fake
And I do that too,
profiles.
myself included. I'm always catfishing people.
But that's for revenge.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
for fun.
So
an
anyways,
agenda there.
So we tease each other a lot. And we have a lot of fun. So we vent to each other as well. But I guess the important things to know, because what we're going to do is I'm going to read some of my favorite texts that Elliot has ever sent me. And Elliot is going to read an email that I sent him teasing him. So I guess the important thing for you guys to know going into this is that I make fun of Elliot, lightly, because he actually he gets laid all the time.
That is
and
not
he does
true.
He does
Literally
really well
not
for
true.
himself, and
It's so not true.
It's very true.
If only.
So let's see.
Wait, we also need to be explained that because Brent says I get laid all the time, which is so not true. He's created this myth, this like bit that's always going on with other friends as well, that I am sexually unhinged and that I'm I'm literally like jumping onto different people and things.
I say he
and
sits on 4 dicks a week.
that I sit on faces and dicks and
which isn't true, but
and also it's not, you don't need to even know if I'm a top or a bottom or where that fits.
Yeah.
It's just this idea that I am just sitting on everything, and
Everything.
it's so not true.
sitting on all faces. And any
Faces,
sort of like
people,
oblong
objects.
fruit,
It's insane. It's insane.
gourds. Okay, so let's read this. This first one was a text we had back in 2014.
Okay.
I had sent you a screen grab of a Grindr profile in which someone said 420 is a must, otherwise you don't exist to me. And
You need to understand that like Brent's not exaggerating when he says monsters. The people on Grindr, their profiles are littered with rules and
stipulations, and if you don't do this,
and it's crazy.
Fuck
It's
you.
insane. This entitlement is just. It's from another galaxy. So anyway, when somebody
I just
said
remember,
that,
this is one of my favorites. So I'd sent Elliot a screen grab of this profile, and he wrote back in quotes, You don't exist to me. Like he's a god. Like we're supposed to care if we exist to him.
Right.
God, I want to throw him off a bridge.
That's all I want to.
And in quotes, is 420 still a must? That's what I'd say as I dangled his life in my hands.
Because think of how insane that is, where somebody's first thing is, yes, hi, I'm looking for either sex or romance or dating, but you must smoke weed. If you don't talk to me.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Wait, that's how you lead? By saying, I have to smoke weed now? Do I smoke weed now? Do we smoke weed?
Right.
Where does this...
What is it?
This is everywhere.
Right.
This is everywhere.
So maybe my favorite exchange ever was Elliot sent me a screen grab of someone on his Facebook feed who said that Truvada, which is a drug.
Yeah, so Truvada is this pill that came out, I think, a few years ago, and it's been largely seen as a actual like prophylactic for, mostly gay guys, but it should be for everybody. It should be for fucking everybody in Africa, quite honestly. But it's called PrEP. That's like the
and it keeps you from getting HIV. So if
for
you
the
take
most
it
part, it's like
regularly, it's
99%.
very, very effective. It keeps so it's great, and people are using it, which is awesome. But also people are bragging about their sex lives via this drug.
And before you do that, as soon as this came out, as soon as Truvada sort of hit the community, and it was this sort of amazing development for everybody, but especially in the gay community, there was an immediate movement, quote unquote movement. Immediately there was a movement called
Truvada whore.
Truvada whores.
Yeah.
And it was these guys in like Washington D.C. who just because it's all just all it is just entitlement and a hunger for attention, where they were saying we're Truvada whores, where now that we're on Truvada we can be proud to be whores, and all their pictures were them like in leather and getting their fucking like butts chomped or whatever, and it's like what? That's what you're doing?
It was
like,
insane.
No, bring this to Africa anyway. I could
so,
go on.
So we'll show a quick picture of Elliot's friend, who
well, I don't even know how we ended up on my fucking feed. There it is.
So there it is. That's his picture. God love him. So he said on his profile, "Thank God for Truvada. This is the best thing that ever happened to me."
But now, so look. Okay, you know what? So this is him, and he's wearing Google glasses, and telling the world, "Thank God for Truvada." Mm-hmm. What did he say? Now I can what?
Yeah, it's something like that. Now I can get. Now it's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Elliot writes to me in one of the longest rants he's ever had. He said, "I can't get laid, but is getting fucked left, right, and sideways. Thank God for Truvada. That's the face of Truvada. Someone's goofy-ass uncle in Google glasses. And apparently, cum-guzzling, barebacking power bottom." In quotes, "Cool glasses. Would you mind if I fucked you bareback?" "Not at all. I'm on Truvada. Best thing to happen to me in 2014.
And it's because it's that mentality where it's like, wait, this guy's like twice my age, and he's coming out there and going like, "Thank God for Truvada. Now I can do whatever I want."
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Just take it and be quiet.
Right.
Just
but that's it. Just be modest.
Again, I just keep going back to the same thing. It's like, of all the stuff that should be done with Truvada, it's like, bring it to Africa. But all these gay guys are like, "Now I can fuck."
Yep.
And it's like,
yep.
No.
Yeah. Right. So, all right, we can take down. So, one of my other favorite quotes ever was there was an article a couple years back in a gay publication with an Olympian.
Yeah. It wasn't an article. It was a video.
Oh, it was a video. Okay. Yeah.
It was.
But it was like a mainstream. I think it was like The Advocate or something. It was a mainstream gay publication, and they were interviewing one of the few
Gus Kentworthy,
one of the few Olympians who's come out of the closet. So he's like kind of like a forefather.
And I was like really excited when this guy came out, because he was like he's like a snowboarding like bro, a total bro, and I was like, this is good. Like, this is an interesting, sort of development where the community can see a guy who's like, yeah, so I'm gay. Like, okay, but I also like
Yeah.
my main thing is snowboarding or whatever. And I'm like,
yeah,
great,
yeah,
no,
right,
that's
right.
that's a great
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And so then he very quickly devolved into all of the gay stereotypes. I could name them one after the next, but I won't for the purpose of time.
Right.
So he did this video.
But but in the video, or was it
I'll
an
tell
article?
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a video that's, of course, done by a famous Insta-gay, like this gay guy who's a fucking barber or whatever, or like a WeHo stylist. No, he cuts hair, and because he's hot, he's made a huge name for himself within the community, doing all like Instagram videos and YouTube, like all that nonsense. So with that all being said, he cut Gus's hair in a video, and of course the Advocate or whatever had to post it. And I was like, wait a minute. And so in the end, the end of the video, the button of the whole video while he's cutting Gus's hair is, so I have to ask you, cut or uncut? And I'm like,
That's
wait.
a reference to his dick.
Right.
In case
But
you
he's
guys
like, he
don't.
cuts hair, so it's funny. And so, I'm like, wait a minute. You're doing a whole video about this guy who's like an Olympic like champion,
Yeah.
who's new to the community, and the thing you end on is cut. You're
Yeah.
asking him about his penis.
Yeah.
Like
it
what
was
the
so appalling,
fuck?
and it was on like a it was posted very prominently on a mainstream gay publication, and so this is one of my favorite quotes ever. Elliot sent me the link with the text. Can you imagine if Rolling Stone did an article on Bonnie Raitt and randomly added that she had gray pubes?
Or if they were like, Bonnie, you've earned Grammys, you've released so many albums, and you've been awarded whatever, and you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But here's the real question: do the curtains match the drapes?
Yeah.
Do you have red pubic hair? But it's like okay
Yeah,
when
right.
this douchebag asks
Right.
Gus if he's cut or uncut, and it gets put on
insane.
fucking web. It's,
Yeah, it's insane. All right, so we got delay. So let's do
Okay.
the email.
Okay, so as I mentioned, Brent has this ongoing bit. We have this bit where he's just berating me for being sexually unhinged, which is not true. But he'll make up phone numbers and emails, and so I got this email, and I.
So the only two things you probably should know going in. So there's a reference to the DL community, which is down low. That's for gay men who have sex with. It's for men who have sex with other men but won't acknowledge that they're gay. And there's also a reference to the PNP community, which is party and play. That's for people who smoke meth and have unprotected
Being
sex
gay is
with each other.
terrifying.
It's
It's the
terrifying.
worst.
It's literally the worst thing that's ever
It's the
happened.
worst. Okay, so I get this email from Mabel Braun, 1940 at
So I
yahoo.com.
created this fake email account, Mabel Braun.
Hi, Elliot. My name is Mabel. This is long, but hi, Elliot. My name is Mabel Braun. I'm the director of communications for Discreet Wipes. In case you're wondering, Discreet Wipes is the fastest growing brand of discreet anal wipes in the country, partly because we specifically cater to the underserved DL and PNP communities by offering 3 cents of wipe: wood, leather, and grape soda. Here's where you come in. We think you'd be the perfect replacement for our current spokesman, Cisco. Your unique position would enable us to reach deeper within these notoriously closed-off communities. In fact, Elliot, in our innumerable focus groups, we've discovered that an eye-popping 10% of our target market has already had sex with you. We'd love to sponsor and help rebrand your show. I have a show called Haunting Renditions. Discreet Wipes presents Haunting Renditions. Here's how it might look. While you're on stage and before you start a song, you announce to the crowd, "Y'all probably noticed my pussy stank." Because that's also part of the bit that I smell. The crowd will likely cheer. Then, while singing, reach into our revolutionary container disguised as a malt liquor bottle and remove a wipe. But unlike our competitors, our wipes aren't flat like a sheet of paper. Rather, we offer the world's first 3-dimensional pita bread-shaped wipe.
Which is, by the way, that's a great idea. I think that's legitimately a good
With
idea.
a wipe firmly ensconced in your fist, use your free hand to loosen your belt, then reach behind you and conduct 3 swift yet subtle up and down motions. Finally, just discard the wipe. And at the end of the song, close with our slogan, "Now I can be 8 at the airport." 8, like 8 out, because I used a wipe. Best of all, 5 cents of every purchase of 200 pack containers of discreet wipes goes toward our non-profit campaign, Wipe Out Child Illiteracy. To be fair, it's not our intent to bring down low and meth-fueled orgies out of the shadows. But with your help, we can make you the face of discreet, legal, and most importantly, sanitary fun. Get back to me as soon as you can. I speak on behalf of everyone here at DW when I say we're elated about our potential partnerships. Warm regards, Mabel. It was all written by this woman named Mabel Braun.
Works at Discreet Wipes.
What's up, guys? We wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Warby Parker Eyewear. Andy and I both wear glasses. In fact, we have the same prescription. Isn't that so romantic?
It's going to be in our vows. And over the years, we probably spent thousands of dollars on glasses, and we're sick of it.
Which is why we love Warby Parker. They know a pair of glasses shouldn't cost as much as a damn iPhone.
Yeah, Warby Parker's glasses start at just $95, which includes frames, lenses, and anti-glare and anti-scratch coatings. And for every pair you buy, they distribute a pair to someone in need. So when you take care of your eyes, you help someone else take care of theirs.
Get your life! As lifelong glasses wearers, Andy and I know they're an extension of your personality. I mean, they're the first things people see when they look at your face. And with Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you get 5 frames sent to your door to test out. Or if you're me, obsess over.
I tried on some frames when we had friends over, and I was faced with some really hard truths about my face shape that I was glad took place in the comfort of my home. And when I figured out which frames best obscured my hideous visage, all I had to do was order them online. It was easier than making a pasta dinner with all the trimmings.
And by trimmings, he means sauce. Head to warbyparker.com/couples to order your free home try-ons today. And when you're done, send them back in the prepaid return label. That's warbyparker.com/couples. And if you want everyone to weigh in on your new specs and find the right frames for you, download the Warby Parker app in the iTunes store.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I hope you like that ad. I hope you like that set, especially because we love Elliot and Brent.
Oh my God. I love learning about their world. It's like stuff that I had never heard of.
Yes.
Like a Truvada whore. I was like, wow.
Well, as I've dipped my toe into non-white suburban culture, I've noticed there's a natural alliance between black women and gay men. I don't know where that formed or how that formed.
But I feel like
or it
what
comes
Brent
from.
and Elliot are also saying is they kind of at times like they reject all of those like those like stereotypes around the two cultures. Like we're
Sure.
friends, but they're not the kind of guys who, you know, see a black woman and are like, yes, honey. It's
Right,
more
but
like,
there's still
hi, how are you?
something, and I don't know what that is, but there's something deep that's a connection in general. Look, guys, obviously this doesn't hold for every gay man and every black woman, right? I'm not saying it does, but I think if you did the statistics, if you guys went to Nate Silver's website, Nate Silver, who somehow screwed up all the
Do
stuff
not bring
from
up
the 2016
if you-
election and yet still has a job.
If you bring up the 2016
And let me
election,
talk about neoliberalism some more.
you will be going home by yourself from this recording. Okay? I get it.
No, but I'm saying
You are lit it. You put the lit in political.
Ooh,
That's good.
That's a
good.
t-shirt.
Let's make it.
that's a
You and your
t-shirt.
merch. You see, this man who want to talk about neoliberalism, how he hate capitalism. He stay trying to monetize creativity. He stay trying to monetize
Because I
brilliance.
keep
you up in here commodifying.
girl, I keep the profit from that. That capitalism is you are alienated. The worker is alienated from the profit and therefore doesn't see
Okay.
the revenue from their own labor. But if I make a t-shirt and I sell that t-shirt, I get that profit, baby.
It's a wonder there's any sexuality in our relationship because you find a way to quickly turn onto some policy.
We're making out and I'm like, oh, by the way, the way you kiss really does remind me of David Harvey's Marxist geography.
And then I just dry up like a raisin in the sun. You know, I just
That-
shrivel and I
That
go.
is what that play is about.
That's what that play is about. No, but Elliot and Brent just like kill me with, I mean, my God, like, we've been together long enough. Like, we forgot the online dating trauma. We forgot the trauma of online dating and what it is to constantly be faced, not faced with people, but just like, because obviously you choose whether or not to go on, but just the way you got to put yourself out there and present yourself in this, like, I'm hot, I'm cool, I'm great, you want to get with me. And it's like, none of us are actually that ever.
By the way, I know you meant you said you choose whether or not to go on. You meant it as like whether or not to go on the website, the dating OkCupid or the apps now.
Yeah.
I feel like an old person.
The tins, the grinds.
Yeah. But also I feel like that sums up your existential battle in life is you choose whether or not to go on.
Oh my God, honey, on a daily basis, sometimes hour by hour. Are we still in this? Have we committed to this life?
Hey, that seems like a nice place to end this episode. How do you feel on that deeply dark existential note? I think speaks to both our hearts, does it not? Does it not, gentle listener? Thank you so much for listening to the show. Check out the episode next Tuesday. It drops every Tuesday. We also, if you live in Los Angeles, we do the live show where we cull these sets from first Saturday of the month at the Virgil. And you can get tickets at couplestherapypod.com. What else, Naomi?
Hit us up on social, okay? But only if you got something nice to say, okay? Because I will not be fighting with you on these apps, okay? But you could definitely hit us up on Twitter. What is it, Naomi and Andy?
At Naomi and Andy for the show. I'm at Andy Beckerman. You're at Blacktress on Twitter.
Spelled just how you think it's spelled, with the K.
Yeah. If you love Instagram more than Twitter, which most people do these days because Twitter is a swamp, then you can find us at Couples Therapy Pod on Instagram. What else? Is there any other Snapchat?
No. We too old to Snapchat. But hit us up on the website, on Twitter, on Insta, and we'll see you next week on Couples Therapy, babies. Bye.
Couples therapy. Couples therapy.
My name is Danny Shapiro, and I'm the host of Family Secrets, a podcast that dusts off the family portraits lining the walls and peers deeply into the eyes of the people we're connected to. Join me and my guests on the journey. Family Secrets begins on Thursday, February 14th. Listen to Family Secrets on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you just can't wait to hear more about my family secret, my new book, Inheritance, has just been published. Pick it up wherever books are sold.